was going to pick up where our last video left off. We went to lunch at Sanaa, and then the rest of us headed back to Animal Kingdom to ride Flight of Passage, which was awesome. And Mom and Dad headed back to the room to take a break. When we all got back to the hotel room, Stuart, myself, and my mom, Sue, decided to head back to EPCOT for Extra Magic Hours. For those of you that don't know what Extra Magic Hours are, if you are staying at a resort, you get hours that are just for the people that are staying at the resort. And we had hours from, I believe it was 9 to 11 p.m. that night at EPCOT. So we decided it would be a good idea to have my mom join us, and we would talk about it.
And I guess since it was 9 to 11, we should start with the nighttime show, which that happened at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Crowd levels for this weren't too bad,
No.
obviously, but still a good sized crowd for.
Yeah, but we didn't have any
night.
problem finding a spot at the railing, like without people's heads in front of us.
Right. It was the other decorations that blocked the footage, but
Right.
that's okay.
And then before we start talking about the nighttime show, we just want to reiterate how awesome it was to be on the Skyliner line, because it was a real quick zip to EPCOT for the Extra Magic Hours and then back to our resort as well at the end of the night.
It was like it was if it was another ride.
I know, it was a lot
I
of
enjoyed
fun.
it that way.
And so the footage of the nighttime show will be at the end of the video.
Right, so stick around if you want to see that. And this is EPCOT Forever, which is the interim show. They ended their long-time running show, and I can't remember what it was called. Then they're doing EPCOT Forever. Not right now, but it would be
Journey
right
to
now.
Imagination?
No, I don't remember it. If it is, we'll put it in here. And then they're going to be doing. I can't remember anything tonight, guys.
Did you look that up?
I will look it up and put it in here somewhere.
Yeah, I'll put it in there.
But this is just a short show that they're just doing for like about 9 months until the new show is ready to go.
We'll fix all of our wrong information in editing.
Yeah, so this is EPCOT Forever, and once again, it'll be at the end of the video. You'll be able to see the whole thing if you want to.
So I guess, Sue, what were your thoughts on the nighttime show?
You know, the nighttime show was pretty awesome. They have so many technical, amazing flying things and music things and all different elements that complement the music that they're playing. I really enjoyed it. It was beautiful. It was spectacular. It had fireworks. What more could you ask for?
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we never got a chance to see the old show.
No.
We were supposed to 2 years ago, but it poured rain
Yeah.
the night we were supposed
Yeah,
to
you're right.
go to it.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up not being able to see that one. So I don't know what to compare it to, but this one was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
We had seen other vloggers do show footage of this, and to be honest, it doesn't look that impressive.
Yeah, it's way better in person, I think.
It is. Yeah, it was just a really good show.
Yep. The music was fun and catchy, and
it's about 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Right around there. So it's not a long show, but it's definitely a neat way to close out the night at EPCOT. Yeah, and just the stuff that they had there was really neat.
Yes. And then after the nighttime show, we kind of wandered around World Showcase, the different countries. And I think one of our first stops, and I believe it was France or Italy, where we got the food.
No.
I don't think it was Italy because we had the meat and the scallops.
Yeah.
think it was the American Pavilion that had the
you might be
beef
right.
Wellington.
Beef Wellington and scallops. So let's talk about those two snacks next. I think everybody thought, and we'll have footage inserted in here of the snacks. The beef Wellington was really good, but kind of small for all three of us to share. We probably should have got two.
But it was delicious. You're absolutely right. I would have ordered that again. I would have got that a second time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, of the two dishes, it was definitely the better of the two. It was well prepared, and I had never had beef Wellington
Me neither.
before.
Me either.
Yeah, but it was really good. So if you're ever at a festival and they have that, or if they have it, I don't know if they have it year round or not.
Right.
Definitely the beef Wellington we would recommend.
We give it 2 thumbs up.
That's right.
And then Mom, I don't think tried the scallop because she's not a fan of seafood. But we tried it, and the scallop itself and the little cheese wheel thing on top was good. But it was over like a tomato sauce, which is kind of weird. you don't normally put seafood with tomato sauce so much.
And if you've had scallops, they're very like, they're subtle flavors, so
Yeah,
you don't want
delicate.
to overpower them with anything. And tomatoes are so acidic that it just drown out the flavor of the
Yeah,
scallop.
so we didn't love that one.
So you can skip on that one. But
Yeah, we give it like a half a thumb.
it was still well prepared. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah, I wouldn't have put those flavors together with a scallop.
Right.
Would you have ordered that again?
No.
No,
No.
I wouldn't have.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
But it was what it was, I think, and
Yeah.
it was neat to try. But yeah, we definitely wouldn't.
How
order
were
that
they
one.
on the snack credits? Did we use snack credits for
Yeah.
those?
We did.
And I believe they were both good value,
Yeah, I
like
think they were
$7 or $8 a piece
$8
if
or
you were
so.
to buy it like with money.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do some research and see if we can find the prices of them. I don't know if
Yeah.
we can or not, but we'll check.
If we have one of our little festival booklets left over, we'll
yeah.
have the prices in there. We'll put those in here if we find it.
I think that was it as far as food goes. I don't think
Except for what we bought at the end of the night, which we'll talk about
Yeah,
later.
right. We didn't do a whole lot of food eating there that night. Just
Well, you gotta think it
those
was
things.
after 9 o'clock,
Right.
so no one was really in the mood to munch a whole bunch.
And a lot of the food places were closed or closing.
Yes.
So
I think that's one thing I'd like to mention about. I was kind of disappointed with how much was closed already.
Yeah.
Or like closing up, because like the American Pavilion, we couldn't go in there because they were pretty much done for the night. There were a bunch of other places that were closed too. There were a few like carts and food stands open, but that's really kind of it.
Mhm.
So
And that's
I mean, unless
surprising,
yeah,
because they have extra hours, and you would think that they would be there to serve their
Yeah.
customers, but they weren't.
I think a
yeah,
lot of the rides were still running.
yeah, but we
but-
weren't really in that.
We weren't in the mood for rides.
Yeah, or
For that.
anywhere near the rides actually.
Hmm.
So yeah, I was kind of disappointed with how little was actually still open.
I have to tell you though, I just loved EPCOT. When you guys said we're gonna go, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta go again because I just couldn't get enough of EPCOT.
I
So
think that
it's
was
nice.
that was the theme of the trip because we have more EPCOT in the next
Yeah.
video. So we spent like 4 out of the 7 days at some point in EPCOT. Yeah.
And well, I was afraid we weren't gonna make it through through all of EPCOT and see all of the different
Yeah.
pavilions.
Right.
So anytime you said you were going, I'm like, okay, I think I'll jump in on this one.
Yeah, if you're
And-
going to do a thorough go of Epcot, like it's going to take you 3 or 4 days
Yeah,
just
or 2 full days of just EPCOT. pretty
just to
much.
do the World Showcase.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it took us, I think, 3 attempts to try to get through
Yeah, to get through everything.
all of it.
And we really rushed even just to do that on
Right.
those 3 different times that we went.
Yeah.
And it was worth every moment.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then I guess next maybe we want to touch on if you watched our Disney haul video, which we will link in the description below. We talked about this a little bit, but we did the Figment scavenger hunt. Let me grab the little paper you get with it.
Yeah, when you said that you wanted to do this, I'm like, what are you talking about? I had no idea that you could do a scavenger hunt. I mean, it wasn't, I thought you had to buy it, which was too bad, but I suppose that's Disney and you have to buy lots of different things at Disney.
Right.
But it was a lot of fun.
At the same time, though, when you get to the end of it, and I think we have it here somewhere, even though you're paying for it, it was like $7 or $8,
Yeah.
something like that. It's up there,
Oh.
cubby hole there.
And the
It was
puzzle.
$7 or $8, and when you finished it, you did get a puzzle. Like that was like the prize for completing it.
Yep, which I have right here. So that was our little prize. That's the puzzle. We haven't put it together yet because we are gonna put it in a shadow box. So I have to buy the shadow box, and that will be another video when we put that together. But that was our prize.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. But this was what we bought, and it was $7.99. And all the stickers that you see here were actually on the back. And so you had to search around each country in EPCOT and find the painting.
Mhm.
And then in each painting, and you'll see pictures, we'll put them in, Figment is like in the painting somewhere.
Yeah.
And so we did that. I think we found 3 of them that night. Once again, this was something we did over the course of like 3 or 4
3 or 4
days
days, yeah.
at EPCOT. But it's a lot of fun to check out each country and go places you might not normally go
Right.
if you're not looking for something.
That was the neat thing because it did push you to go into stores and look around and pay closer attention to what's going on around, because some of them were inside and some of them were outside.
Yeah, like
So,
in windows and stuff.
it really made you explore a lot of the areas that you may or may not go into.
Yeah.
Through that.
Did you have any thoughts on that, Mom?
Well, I thought it was a lot of fun. I wish I could have found more. Stuart was so good at finding them. He would just walk and all of a sudden he'd be, here it is. I wish I could have found some of them, but Stuart was really good at that.
It's like that with all those kind of treasure hunty things.
Yes.
Kind
he
of
did.
annoying sometimes.
But ask me to find my keys, and I can't ever find my keys. So.
Yeah, so and like I said, you'll have seen pictures of us in front of the different pictures where we found Figment. But they do this with every EPCOT festival. There's some kind of scavenger hunt. So it's always neat to just pay attention to what's available.
Yeah, and who doesn't love Figment? Being in all those famous
I know, he's so cute.
scattered around Epcot.
Yep. And then
Then we just wandered around
we
quite
did.
a bit that night.
We wandered around, we checked out, like I said, there wasn't as much open as we kind of wished there would have been open. And then the last thing we did that night was stop at, we looked up the name of the restaurant or the store. It's in Germany. It translates as Caramel Kitchen. I don't know how it's pronounced in German. We'll put the name of it up when you see the video. But we stopped and got a bunch of caramel treats to take back to the room with us. You'll see video of that right here as we talk about them. So we got the caramel popcorn there because that's kind of iconic. And I think everybody really enjoyed it. Mom?
Absolutely. Well, I was surprised at how many people were actually standing in line at the end of the day to still get these caramel delicious little treats.
Well, and that's partly because it was one of the few stores that was open.
Right.
Well, that's true.
And I don't know if the cast members were really happy about being open. They didn't seem like they were having a good time.
No, they didn't. They kept kind of like looking at their watch, ready to go.
Yeah.
But they kept making that popcorn, which
I know.
was the signature treat that they created and that they had there. And the case was still pretty well filled with all different kinds of desserts and caramel items. So I was rather surprised at that and pleased, because after standing in line, if there would have been nothing left to choose, it would have been so disappointing.
Yeah. And then the other thing that Mom kind of picked out for herself was like a turtle, kind of. It was like caramel with pecans and then chocolate on top. So do you want to?
That's all I can say. It was absolutely I don't think there was anything that we purchased from that store that tasted bad.
Yeah,
Who doesn't love caramel? Caramel anything, and with chocolate on top, which is why I chose the turtle. The only thing was that caramel was a little sticky, and it made me a little nervous with my teeth. But it was worth every bite and every calorie.
And then Stuart, you and Dad split the caramel chocolate cookie thing. Do you remember anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes when you mix chocolate and caramel, one tends to overpower the other. So if I remember right, I think I wish it was a little more caramelier.
Caramelier.
That's a word.
Caramelier.
Caramelier. Yeah.
It was totally covered in chocolate. I mean, so
yeah.
You know.
But I mean, it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it, but yeah, I think it could have used a little more caramel.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was good.
And then I got the caramel butter bar, which was delicious. It was super duper rich. Like you only needed a bite and you were satisfied. So I think I ate it over like the next 2 days, but I wasn't mad about that. Like it was really good. Really good. Yep.
And
then
I think
I'm pretty much. You have to cut this out, Stuart.
just pretty much.
I'm pretty much. I'm pretty sure that was about it. Once we finished up at the caramel.
Get the caramel popcorn.
Yeah, you talked about
the caramel popcorn.
Oh, okay. Stuart, you're gonna have to cut this out too.
Nope.
And once we were done at the caramel kitchen and we got all of our snacks, we headed back to our room and took the Skyliner back, which was very nice. Once again, uneventful and no lines and relaxing and wonderful.
Kind of a neat ride in the dark. when the lights are down, and you can just kind of get a glimpse of everything with just the lights that are showing. And maybe do we have fireworks?
I feel like we did have fireworks one of the nights while we were headed like back to
Yeah,
our
I don't know
resort.
if it was this night or not.
I don't know if it would have been this night because this was the late
Later
night.
night. Yeah,
so
you might be right.
all the other parks would have been closed.
It might be our next video.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it was an awesome day. I think all of that walking, I was ready to get back to the room, get my pajamas on, and get to sleep and ready for the next day. Because that was a lot of walking, because we actually went all the way into EPCOT, I think. We were
I
pretty
think
far
we
in.
did go pretty close all the
Yeah.
way down the one side of EPCOT and then all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a lot of walking just to even get to the Skyliner. So that Skyliner was a great treat at the end of the day for a really simple trip back to the room.
Yeah, and we got so lucky because it was like a really short walk back to where our room was. It
Yeah.
wasn't a long walk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we didn't really plan that. We just chose the Caribbean Beach Resort, and thank goodness
I
it
know.
was where it was. That was such a blessing.
We got to thank Alyssa for that.
Yeah.
Go, Alyssa! All right, well, I think that's going to end this part of the video. Stick around for pictures
Pictures
and
and
the nighttime show,
Mhm.
EPCOT Forever.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so-
Mom, for joining us.
It was fun.
Yes, I'm so glad we could do this, and we will talk to you guys later.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And remember, just stay tuned after this part for pictures and nighttime show. And
Yeah.
don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun and
Yep,
exciting stuff.
especially if you want to see more Disney videos to come. Make sure you subscribe so you can see all of the rest of the week.
Absolutely. So take care, guys, and we will catch you later.
Bye.